Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
I risk my life to tell y'all these truths.
Cat Williams is back. Brand new material, a new tour, and the same legendary laughter he's delivered for decades.
Nick Cannon got 136 children, Jesus. Did you know that?
Always classic, always Cat.
White people are friendly. You can call them at 3 o'clock in the morning with the wrong number and they won't even be mad at you. Hello? No, I'm sorry. No Shaquita here.
The Golden Age Tour, March 6th in FedEx Forum. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
Fridays at FedEx Forum just got a whole lot more fun for the family. With the Family Friday ticket offer, a $35 game ticket gets you a $10 food voucher and access to pregame shoot-around. Additionally, for every 4 tickets purchased, you get an autographed item from the Grizzlies Vault. Capture moments that last a lifetime for birthdays, youth groups, and other family-friendly celebrations. Visit grizzlies.com/Friday to grab your tickets today.
Live from FedEx Forum, this is The Odds Couple on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Here's Rob Fisher and Lang Whitaker.
Oh, good people. Yeah, it's fish. Welcome to the Odds Couple Thursday edition of the Large Program. I'm glad you are with us here this afternoon. We got a lot going on today, a whole lot of stuff happening. We are 3 weeks away from the Major League Baseball season starting. We are a day away from USA starting in the World Baseball Classic as well. We got some basketball news. We got a lot of college basketball going on. Final weekend of the regular season for all the major conferences with the conference tournaments starting next week and just a week and a half away from Selection Sunday. So we'll get into that. We got some NFL we'll get into today as well. We got fish nuggets coming up on the show. We'll have our top 5 coming up as well. Plus, we'll look at the weekend in college basketball. And free picks. Free picks before we get out of here today as well. No Lang Whitaker today. He is out for spring break. He'll be back with us, I don't know, in 2 weeks or something. I don't know. He's gone for a while. But John Roser is here. Hello, John Roser.
What's up?
How you doing, man?
I'm great, man. You know,
missed you on the double post last night.
Thank you, sir. I have what they call walking pneumonia. So exactly. Jenna, thankful for her. She shortened it. She's like, it's walking pneumonia. Because I was like, they say I have full-on bronchitis with a touch of pneumonia. Apparently I learned something. We have 4 lobes. Upper left and right lobes.
Yeah.
Lower left and right lobes. I had a touch of pneumonia in my lower right lobe. So I had Hustle Tuesday. We had Grizz last night. I have Hustle again tonight, plus Odds Couple. So just thought for health, like maybe just take last night off.
Yeah.
Because I have found myself when I've, Tuesday and yesterday, and we'll see how it is today, like each afternoon that I've gotten done with the show and I've gotten home, I felt way more tired than usual, it just kind of hits you. So anyways, that's why I took the double post off. But NFL free agency is about to get going. There's trades happening with the draft. Really, really jacked up about that. CJ can't yell at me about Jason Tatum not coming back anymore.
There's no way he played. There's no way he played.
Playing tomorrow.
He's
playing
tomorrow. He's not. I believe it when I see it.
CJ heard everybody.
CJ heard. How are you, man?
There's no way he plays tomorrow.
How you doing, CJ?
I'm fine. There's no way he plays tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
There's no way.
You're just not going to believe it until, you're going to believe it's like a body double out there.
Well, you know what they're saying about Jim Carrey.
Yeah, so Okay, but no, it was like an experiment, right?
Yeah, that's not Jim Carrey. The one they're trotting out there in front of us, Rob.
No, but like
That's
then
somebody else.
there is real Jim Carrey out there who said like it was a whole experiment, right? Like it was fake. Like they were doing it as like a test, kind of like when Joaquin Phoenix pretended to have a rap career, like trying to do rap. Yeah, I think it's something like that.
Okay, I did not know Mr.
But it
Phoenix
looked
had a
goofy.
rap career.
He looked like the Jim Carrey looked like the dude in Hannibal, who peeled off his face. The rich guy who was then trying to capture Hannibal.
Yeah,
he looked like that guy.
Did you see the picture of Demi Moore this week?
No. I can't think of Demi Moore because it makes me think of Bruce Willis and how sad that is with Bruce Willis.
She was on the red carpet. She looks. Yeah.
A lot of plastic surgery.
Yeah, and lost a lot of her weight.
Oh, yeah. Like her cheeks are
gone.
Yeah, what is that? Oh, my gosh. She kind of looks like Marilyn Manson.
A little bit.
A little like Marilyn Manson. All right.
Yeah.
Shout out plastic surgery.
Yeah, no kidding. The big news in college football this week, the passing of Lou Holtz at the age of 89. Pioneer, great coach, Hall of Famer, late night TV watching college football final with Lou Holtz, always enjoyed that. And when I lived in Las Vegas from 1995 to 97, long time ago, we used to do a segment on our show. We did a nightly show. And we did one segment called Carey Family Theater, where we did impersonations of the Carey family, Harry, Skip, and Chip. And we would talk out scenes from movies, from your favorite movies, as the Carey family. And then another night we did Lou's Literary Corner, where we would do an impression of Lou Holtz reading your favorite books.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good one.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was a great segment. And it was funny because we had former Notre Dame players would come on and they would laugh and they thought it was great. And a lot of them, they said that everybody on Notre Dame's team had an impression of Lou Holtz. Everybody on the team had their own impression of Lou Holtz. And he was a loved man, and he'll be missed. For sure.
Those Saturday nights after college football, the college football,
him and Mark May.
Him and Mark May, Reese Davis, the wrap-up show or whatever they called it. Like
I think it was college football final.
College football final, yeah. I mean, it was like must watch. Like that's the era before like everybody's totally on their phone doing social media all the time. Like or before social media is as big as it is now, and you can get literally instant reaction podcast. You know, there's tons of instant reaction podcasts to everything in every sport now. But back then, like there wasn't, and so that was must-see TV at the end of every college football Saturday.
Yeah, it was great. So Lou Holtz, R.I.P. To Lou Holtz. Basketball news: the worst 10 teams in the NBA are now on a combined 44-game losing streak. Wow.
They're bad. That's the bottom 10 teams have lost on average 4 straight games, right? Like I don't know. That doesn't seem like as
but
big
you'd
a
think
deal as
one of
we're
them would get a
making it.
win here or there.
You think the Kings, the Wizards, the rest of them, the Nets, the Pacers, you think one of them the Grizzlies, what they're trotting out there, one of them gets a win?
Well, Grizzlies had to play the Pacers.
Yeah, we beat the Pacers.
Yeah, but the Grizzlies have lost 2 straight.
2 straight since then.
But the whole group collectively have lost 44 straight games.
Yeah, and I don't like the Pelicans losing. The Pelicans, come on. Like you're trying to win, so win.
They've only lost 2 also.
Yeah, so they don't need to be losing. They need to be winning.
They've
trying
lost
to win.
2. Yeah. Grizzlies have lost 2. Then there's a bunch of teams who've lost 4, and then somebody in that bunch has lost like 7 or 8.
I think Brooklyn.
And then so that might be the problem, but like it's fine.
To quote who is the guy for the freaking DeJounte? Is it DeJounte Murray?
Yes.
For the Pelicans?
Yes.
Build winning habits. So that's why they're playing this out, because they want to build winning habits.
All right, well, go win some games.
Freaking don't get your ass kicked by the Clippers and Lakers.
How many are they behind the Grizzlies now? 4?
Yeah. They're the one that they could catch the Grizzlies because they're trying to win. Like that would be – these others you're not. Like the Mavericks, you're going to have more wins than the Mavericks. you're going to have more wins than the Wizards, the Nets, the Pacers, the Kings, and the Jazz.
Yeah.
So legit, your only chance is the Pelicans because they are the only one out of all these teams that is not trying to lose.
Yeah, closest to the Mavericks, but I agree with you. I think it'll be difficult.
No, you got a better chance of having the Pelicans. You got a better chance of having fewer wins than the Pelicans than you do the Mavericks.
Yeah, I agree. Also, in the NBA, as we mentioned off the top, Jason Tatum reportedly returning tomorrow night for the Boston Celtics. He is, CJ.
Yeah.
He's coming back tomorrow night as the Celtics will take on the Dallas Mavericks. What does this do for the Celtics? I mean, Jason Tatum, he can't be 100%.
Well, he's got to be 100%, otherwise the doctors would not let him play. There's no chance doctors would clear him. There's no chance the Boston Celtics would let him play if he's not 100%. Look, ACL injuries used to be guaranteed you're out at least 12 months, and it could take longer than that. Like that forever ago, that's what ACLs used to be. Now there are guys like you can come back from an ACL in 6 months, 7 months. Like you can do that now. So Achilles injuries have typically been, it is 1 year. No doubt you're just going to miss the season no matter what. Well, like somebody eventually, and as medicine and rehab gets, better and more progressive, like somebody's going to test that. And Jason Tatum is going to test it, and I hope he's successful at it. But for the Celtics, he's got to start, right? Jason Tatum's not coming back to come off the bench.
If he is 100%, he's got to start.
If they were also in the position the Indiana Pacers were, he's not coming back.
Right.
But it's the fact that they are in the position that they're in. So Tatum's got to start. He's got to start, and he's probably only going to play 15 to 20 minutes to begin with. So the question is, can they implement him enough over the last month of the season that by the time they hit the playoffs, they're rolling? Well, that's what we'll see.
CJ?
This is incredible. It's
incredible.
It is incredible. This is unbelievable. That's why I refuse to believe it. So if he comes back, that's a feat in and of itself. Like you said, 15 minutes, maybe max 20, to work him back into it. And if he can do that, this will be what Adrian Peterson was, to your point, Roser, about that ACL. I remember AP going down with the ACL, and he's coming back like there's no way Adrian Peterson is going to be good to go. And he came back and lit the league up. It was like he never left way before it was typical for people to come back from the ACL. So if Tatum can come back, one, is going to be incredible. What it does for the Celtics, like they just stand around and hoist a bunch of threes anyway. So if he's just going to kick it on the perimeter and shoot a bunch of threes like the rest of them, he fits right in. Where I would have concerns and questions, and where if I'm an opponent, if I'm the Pistons, the Knicks, hell, the 76ers, somebody in the Eastern Conference who might see them in a meaningful game here soon or in the playoffs, is, hey, can he go side to side? Can we get a matchup, pit him on the ball and say, hey, just get downhill on Tatum? Can he move well enough to stay in front of you? I am fearful that he's coming back a bit too soon, and then that might put stress and strain on other lower body parts for him, and he might be making something worse by coming back to play. But to your point, Rosa, you're right. Eventually somebody tries it. Eventually somebody tries to beat whatever the average is or whatever the conventional wisdom is and change the way we think and change the way we treat these things. It's Tatum right now. I hope it works. I hope it works, because this will be incredible. This would mean when our favorite players go down with one of these type injuries, hey, here's a blueprint to get them back sooner rather than later. I hope it works. I'm just skeptical.
It also used to be not only like, okay, it's no matter what, it's a 12. So in the recent years, in the last 5 years, it's at least a year injury. It's at least a year injury. Prior to that, the Achilles it's a death sentence for your career. Whether it's Kobe Bryant, we saw Mario Chalmers do it. Here our season was going great, and that's the season we literally went into Cleveland. What is it, the Hateful Eight?
Yep.
Won with 8 guys. The next night we played the second night at Boston. You were there. And Chalmers tore his Achilles in that game, and it was like, oh my gosh. And he literally never had a career after that. His career was over. He tried one more stint. It was done. It was literally thought of, up until that point, like the Achilles was a death nail. And then Kevin Durant had it. And Kevin Durant came back, and if you remember that first season in Brooklyn, he was unbelievable. And Durant, you see what he is now. He's still 26 points a game on 50, 40, 90. He's still an unbelievable player. So it's not a death sentence anymore. So, these things evolve over time and they progress, and medicine evolves and doctors evolve and physical therapists do, and they figure out new techniques and way to make it better. And one of the things they said about Tatum that he did is he had the surgery immediately. Like, he had the surgery like that night.
Yeah.
Went ahead and did it because they were said it's best to go ahead and do that. There's prevailing thought with doctors that if you have that surgery right away, you don't wait. You can start the healing process faster.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we'll see. I hope it works out for him, though.
Yeah, expected to play tomorrow night against the Dallas Mavericks. Jason Tatum returning to, excuse me, the Celtics. Baseball, Major League Baseball's 21 days away, 3 weeks away from opening day. Wanted to look at this number. Players to hit 40 or more regular season home runs this year. Players to hit 40 or more home runs this year in Major League Baseball. Aaron Judge is minus 620.
Yeah, that's fair.
Shohei's minus 500. Schwarbs, Raleigh are both minus money as well. Then you got Pete Alonso at plus 124. I like that. I like Soto at plus 124 as well. Nick Kurtz at plus 124. Junior Caminero at plus 142. Eugenio Suarez, I like him at plus 196 playing in Cincinnati. Brent Rooker, Memphian, at plus 280.
That's not a bad one either, Brent, because that park in Sacramento, they say the ball flies out of there.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. Bobby Witt Jr. at plus 310. And then Yordan Alvarez at plus 340. I like that one as well. And Rafael Devers at plus 340, although playing in a big ballpark. That's a lot of guys that have pretty decent odds at 40-plus home runs in Major League Baseball.
Schwarber has done it. Put that list back up, if you will. Schwarber has done it 3 of the last 4 seasons, and the one he didn't, he hit 38 in there. So I think it's one where I think you would obviously, if you can parlay a couple of these, take your chance at it. Like, why not do a Aaron Judge, Kyle Schwarber, Brent Rooker parlay?
Yeah.
See what that gets you, Throw $5-10 on it.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good future. I think Suarez is a good one, too, in Cincinnati at plus 196. But, some interesting names on there and a lot of guys for 40 possible home runs this
I think
year.
7 dudes hit 40-plus home runs last year. And going to the notebook, fellas.
What notebook?
Oh, Workplace Slay.
Oh, all day.
Every day. Ohtani and Judge have each hit 40 home runs 4 times in their careers. Judge, Ohtani, and Schwarber are the only players who have averaged 40-plus home runs the past 5 years. There are some that are right there on the cusp of that, some who've averaged about 38, 39, but those 3 have averaged over 40. Now, those odds that you just threw up, boy, they are. Got to put a lot of money down to win anything substantial. Of the people up there, I throw money on Dumper. I throw money on my guy Cal and see if he wouldn't be capable of coming up with 40-plus home runs.
Yeah. Yeah, it's. I think there's some really good, interesting ones there on that list. The WBC for America starts tomorrow. WBC is already underway. We had a brawl already. Canada and Mexico.
Yeah,
got
I
into
saw
a brawl.
something about
There were
this.
some haymakers thrown in
I
that
didn't know
brawl.
Canada had a baseball team.
Well, yeah, there you go.
I also found out Great Britain has a baseball team.
Yeah, they're not good.
Jazz
Chisholm's on them, though.
Yeah, don't Chad Chisholm.
Wait, hold on,
plays for
Jake.
Great Britain.
The Britain team, there's a dude named Matt Koperniak. Koperniak? He's
Yeah.
the only one on the team who was born over there. Everybody else is either
Everybody else is like a great-great-grandparent?
right? A United States citizen or somebody from the Bahamas.
Yeah, right.
Like that's it.
And they had the worst uniforms a couple years ago in the WBC with really tiny print of Great Britain across the front. But they got new uniforms, so good for them. USA, though, they start tomorrow, and their schedule, tomorrow they will take on Brazil. Logan Webb will be on the hill for the United States. And then Saturday, Tarek Skubal gets the start. And then March 9th, Paul Skeens on the hill, and then Nolan McLean on March 10th. Those are your starters for the United States. I have, where is it?
And that's Skeens. That's the only game he's pitching, right?
I thought Skeens was going to pitch 2. He was going to
pitch 2?
Yeah, I think he's pitching 2.
Skubal's pitching 1.
Okay.
Screwball's pitching 1.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's what it is. It's Screwball, 2-time back-to-back Cy Young winner.
Yeah, I got this for you. This is to help everybody with the World Baseball Classic if you're interested in watching. Today is Thursday. Tonight at 10 p.m. you can watch Australia and Czechia on FS1.
Chechnya?
Czechia.
Czechia has a baseball team.
Yeah, FS1. Tomorrow, you got a big game with Japan and Chinese Taipei. They are two of the favorites. That's at 5 a.m. on FS1. United States, they play Brazil tomorrow. That's on Fox, on the big network, Fox, tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. USA games this weekend, Saturday, 8 o'clock against Great Britain. That one's also on Fox, so you'll be able to see those games on Fox. But a lot of the games are on FS1, FS2, or Fox, so that's where you can catch them. The ranking of the teams in the WBC, United States is near the top of those rankings. Japan is number 1, with Shohei Ohtani being their leading player. USA coming in at number 3. Yeah, you mentioned Canada and didn't know they had a team. They're ranked 20 out of 22 teams. So, yeah, it's not good for them.
Let me see these teams. Let me see who. Hang on. Let's put them back up here. I want to see all these. How many of these are you? Okay, so Netherlands, had no idea they had a baseball team. I would say Netherlands, Australia, Italy, Czechia, Great Britain, Canada, Israel. Yeah. My 7, I'm surprised I have a baseball team. I had no idea. Yeah.
USA is favored in this.
In
Like
their
the
pool.
odds on. I thought they were odds on favorites.
I
Or is Japan?
think you're right.
I
Let's
think
look.
I think Team USA is the odds on favorite. I think this is the second time they've been the favorite. It's only been 5 WBCs all time. This is their second time as
they're
favorite.
favored at minus 110.
Is it of the two? Which one do you feel more confident in, Rob? Japan or Team USA?
Probably Team USA.
Okay.
Just, I mean, they got great pitching, and I mean, Aaron Judge is in there. Their lineup is just stacked.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw a stat today. It was like the most home runs by team in Major League Baseball, and it was like U.S. has like 1,300 home runs between their players, and the next closest team has like 300.
Yeah.
So their offense is dominant. The DR is second at plus 330. Japan is third at plus 400. So U.S., Dominican Republic,
Why am I
and
blanking?
Japan.
Somebody from the DR just got a finger issue. Oh, why am I blanking on the name? I'm gonna have to look that up. But yeah, so they're gonna be without the Dominican Republic is gonna be without one of their top, not just fielders, but also bats as well.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. College basketball last night, there were 5 games between ranked opponents, and maybe the biggest one was Arkansas as they knocked off Texas. 105-85 was the final score last night. Houston beat Baylor by 13, 77-64. Had trouble with Baylor most of the night until they separated themselves at the end and did not cover by a half a point last night. Thanks, Houston. But yeah, Arkansas looks good again. Darius Acuff making people believers, including Sean Miller, who had some interesting things to say after the game. I don't have that bite. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he did. He said some interesting things about Darius Acuff after the game, which, look, I think it is. Look, I don't know if Darius Acuff should be the number 1 pick.
He's the greatest point guard that Sean Miller's ever seen.
But which is wild to say. But I will say, when you do talk about this draft, and I was talking about this with somebody this morning, and I said, look, they say there's 8 or 9 guys in this draft. There's like 8 or 9 guys in this NBA draft. And I'm like, okay, well, what does that mean? Like, are there 8 or 9 franchise changers, or like what are you getting? Because I look at the 2021 NBA draft, and these were the top 8 picks. Cade Cunningham, Jalen Green, Evan Mobley, Scotty Barnes, Jalen Suggs, Josh Giddey, Jonathan Kuminga, Franz Wagner. Those are 8 good players. Cade Cunningham may win MVP. Evan Mobley's been an All-NBA player. Scotty Barnes, All-Star team this year. Okay, but like Franz Wagner, not a franchise changer. Kuminga's a good player, just got traded, putting up good numbers in Atlanta. Giddey's a good player. Jalen Suggs can't stay healthy, but when he is healthy, Jalen Suggs is a good player. Jalen Green, we know the athletic ability of Jalen Green, and Jalen Green can score 30 in any game, but like they're not franchise changers. So that's what I say. When you look at this draft, how many of these guys do you think could make 5 All-Star teams? It's a good amount of All-Star teams. How many guys could make 5 All-Star teams? Are we talking about that? How many guys do you see as 10-time All-Stars? You know, and so I say that to say Acuff is absolutely one that I watch, and I'm like, you know what? I watched him. I watched Kingston Flemings from Houston. I'd rather have Acuff.
Yeah.
So I could absolutely say he's the best point guard in the draft.
Yeah.
Jeremy Pena is the player for the DR who's dealing with the finger injury on A-cuff. He's doing things that we hadn't seen before. Gary Parrish talked about it on his show, and there's a clip. So go back and watch that. And then there's a clip on social media as well where he just breaks down everything that A-cuff has done on the Grind City Media social channel. So Grind City Media on Instagram, TikTok,
look at that promo,
Twitter, wherever the hell it is. That's where it's at. But, he is averaging 20-plus points and 6-plus assists, over 40% shooting from the three. He would be the first player since Pistol Pete to lead the SEC in points per game and assists per game. Like he is having
that's got to count for something.
A special. He's having a special type of a season. Probably we don't have the odds, but I would put money on A-Cuff to win SEC Player of the Year this season. That's just how special it's been. And in big games, he shows up. And that big game against Alabama, played all the minutes and put up an incredible stat line. In the game last night against Texas, a game that Arkansas needed to win to secure one of the top 4 seeds in the SEC tournament. And if you get one of those, you get the buys. You get the double buys in the SEC tournament. He goes out there and balls out in complete control of the game. 3-to-1, like a 3-point something or another to 1 assist to turnover ratio. He has the ball in his hands at all time for that team. He's the reason Arkansas is as good as they are. And so, yeah, I'm with you on A-Cuff, Roser, and maybe I'm drinking too much hopium, but I believe in like 8 or 9 of the dudes coming out of this draft to be 5-time All-Stars.
Okay,
Ooh,
that'd be
like
a lot. That's a lot of awesome players.
When you look at the fact that the NBA, the old guard is gone. How many more All-Stars is LeBron going to have? How many more is Steph? How many
Durant,
more Giannis, Durant? Those types of guys. How many more are they going to have? New blood has got to come in at some point. I think this draft right here is going to be a foundational piece for everybody in the NBA for the next.
Do you think we talk about this draft? Do you think we're talking about this draft like we talk about the 1996 NBA draft, like we talk about the 2003 NBA draft, which are regarded as 2 of the best of all time?
And understand what that 96 draft was. 96, Jordan is still there, but Jordan is about to leave. Reggie Miller's about to leave. Patrick Ewing and the rest of them, they are on.
They're about 3 years away.
They're
about 3 years away from.
So when that draft comes through, it's all that talent there, led by obviously Kobe, but Kevin Garnett is there. Like, it's a bunch of talent there ready to ascend when that old guard dips. That it reminds me so much of that 96 draft, not just because of the talent, but because of what is going on in the NBA from the older talent being phased out.
Excited about the lottery?
Thrilled.
Now that we're
nervous,
entrenched in it?
Nervous about the lottery. But yeah, excited too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what we have. It's our hope.
Yeah.
It's what we have to hold on to. We're either going to pick, as it stands, 8, 9, 10, or we'll pick 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
So.
Come on, Elliot Perry.
Come on, EP. Sox is always there for us.
All right, let's take a break here on The Odds Couple. When we come back, we'll play Pick It or Park It. That's coming up next here on The Odds Couple, right here on Grind City Media.
That was a thick pick.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
I love Meshack.
Yes.
Meshack's going to be something.
We all
I
Meshack
really
fans.
do. I really think he's going to be something. Dude, he plays so hard.
Jalen, I'm about to see your video.
He fits like exactly the kind of thing that I always talk about, which is, do you give an honest effort?
Yeah.
And he tries so hard all the time, no matter the circumstance.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board. a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GBWR.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
Welcome back to The Odds Couple on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Here's Rob Fisher and Lang Whitaker.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Odds Couple Thursday edition of the large program. Welcome back, everybody. It's time to play the pick it or park it game. We either pick it or we park it. And sometimes it's even a thick pick.
That was a thick pick.
All right, we'll start with college basketball. This weekend, it's the final weekend of the regular season. And when you look at the national championship odds, Michigan and Duke are at the top at plus 340. Michigan and Duke, the top two teams for the national championship odds. Then you have Arizona, followed by Florida at plus 800. Houston plus 1,200. Illinois and UConn. UConn, presumably a number one seed at this point, at plus 1,800. Iowa State plus 2,200. Kansas and Purdue at plus 4,000. Michigan State at plus 5,000. Gonzaga 5,500 in Arkansas at plus 6,000. If you had to pick one today, who is it?
Let me see the numbers again, because I definitely have a pick here. I'd go Arizona. I would go Arizona. My reason is Duke, you got to do it. I mean, you've always got young guys. That worries me a little bit. That Michigan team is good though, but for some reason I've seen this Arizona team a couple of times now, and both times I've seen them, they have looked awesome. Like I saw them on that Saturday where they went into Hoff-Hines at Houston and beat Houston, and they won. I think they won the game by 7. But if you watch the game, it's they are pretty noticeably better than Houston here, and it felt like they handled the game with ease too. So I'll go Arizona.
Right. And in that Houston game, if I remember it correctly, they had like 50-something points at half.
Yeah.
And you don't score 50-something points on Houston, full stop. Right? Like that's just not something that people do. When they did that in a half, Houston's allowing like an average of like 62, 63 points per game, second best scoring defense in the nation. Here's my trepidation with Arizona is I don't think they make enough threes. They make 5.9 threes per game. That's dead last in the Big 12. So about 6 threes per game. Dead last in the Big 12. And that's good for 340th in the nation out of 365 teams. While they are great, they do it all from 2. They're a tremendous defensive team as well. But something happens, they get in this conference tournament against an Iowa State who's good defensively and can make threes, or a Texas Tech, I know they were out JT Toppin, who's good defensively and can make threes. I'm not sure they can get enough possessions if they aren't making more than 6 threes per game. I will go with Michigan because I'm a Michigan fan. But that front court is so very, very good. And as long as Cadeau and the rest of the guards aren't bad, I think Michigan has everything that you need them to have. Only team in the nation in the top 5 of Ken Pom in both offensive and defensive efficiency. He said that before. They've beat good teams. They beat the hell out of good teams. I saw this floating around out there. Michigan won the Big Ten record of like 17 in one, or so whatever the record was. They were 13-5 in games that they won by 15 points or more. So if you just took the games Michigan won by 15 or more points, Michigan would be second best in the Big Ten behind only Michigan themselves. They are a dominant college basketball team. That Duke game, I think playing Duke when they played them in February, late in the season, showing you, hey, y'all are pretty okay. But, hey, you still got stuff to work on. That can be used as a motivational tool so they don't sort of fall asleep at the wheel. I love Mara. I love Johnson. I, of course, love the Yaxel as well. I think Michigan is the best team in the nation. I'd take Michigan.
All right, I'd go with Florida right now at plus 800. You know, a lot of times the NCAA tournament is all about who's playing their best basketball at the time, and in Florida, it seems to be playing their best basketball of the season. Maybe it's just recency bias for my pick with Florida because of what they did to Arkansas last week, which was just a demolition. But they've gotten better as the year's gone on. They got a complete team, and this is a team that's just, as I said, they're playing their best basketball of the year right now. And it'll be interesting because if UConn slips at all, Florida will be a number one seed. And if Florida gets that opportunity to be the number one seed, that puts them in great position. Plus, UConn, if they're a 1 or a 2, if you pit them against Florida, UConn did beat Florida earlier this season. I think that maybe they get knocked against each other in the late round of the NCAA tournament. And if that happens, I think Florida would seek their revenge in that game as well. So I like the Gators, especially at that price, at plus 800. I'll go with Florida right now. The number of 1 seeds, at least at this point, are Michigan, Duke, Arizona, and UConn. Michigan, Duke, Arizona, UConn. Who loses first?
Well, I mean, it depends on the draw.
Sure.
Right? Like, I mean, it all depends on the draw.
I guess who do you have the least faith in?
Of that bunch, it would be UConn.
Yeah,
I think
would say
those
UConn.
other three. You're talking about Michigan, who's dominant. You're talking about Duke, who is also dominant, and they'll have the if I had a vote, they have the college basketball player of the year in Cameron Boozer, and an Arizona team who, while I pointed out their lack of 3-point making, they are the team that leads the nation in quad 1 wins. That's Arizona more than anybody else in the nation. So, like, even if they aren't making threes, they're still dominating out there. I'm just not sure with UConn. They've had a couple of games where they ended up winning, but the Big East is down this year, and it's like, oh, you don't look all that great. They split the Big East regular season championship, if I remember correctly, with St. John. So, like, UConn is a 1 seed, and UConn is a good team. I just have questions about them compared to the other ones. If UConn got to the Final Four, would not surprise me. But when you're talking about, hey, these are the teams you're comparing UConn to, it's very clearly that they're in a tier below Arizona, Michigan, and Duke.
Well, Vegas believe in that as well, with UConn just at plus 1,800 on the odds for the NCAA championship. All right, NFL Tag Day is over. That was this week. We got free agency coming up next week in the Shield. But we wanted to look at a couple of some odds for the NFL season this year, like the AFC. Who's going to win the AFC? And we look at the odds for the AFC, and the Baltimore Ravens, along with the Buffalo Bills, are the favorite.
Regular season or playoffs also?
AFC Championship.
I mean, why?
Ravens and the Bills are plus 550.
I'm not doing that. They've been whatever they are this year. They've been the past 3 or 4 years, and neither one of them have found a way to get over the hump. Right? So I'm out on both of those teams. I'm out on both of those quarterbacks, both of those franchises. I just don't believe in either one of them. So I'll take a flyer. I'd rather take a flyer on somebody else than to do that with those two teams again.
Chargers are third.
So they'll get their offensive linemen back.
Yeah.
Like, that's like having Joe Alt or Rashawn Slater back is, going to matter a ton. They've got to find some running game, and I still think they need like better weapons. And like Justin Herbert's got to show you can do it. Like, you got to get in a playoff game and you got to be good. Like, that's the only thing there. He's sitting at third because odds makers believe in his talent. A lot of people believe in his talent, but like at some point it's like, yo, man, like you got to do it. Like, you got to perform. Looking at that, if I had to take a team, I'd probably take the Ravens. I would. Like, I believe in the Ravens' talent. If Lamar's hamstring's healthy, like we've seen Lamar Jackson, when his hamstring's healthy, he's an MVP player. I'll watch out for the Bengals.
The Bengals at plus 1,300.
Jacksonville's interesting too, but their defense can't depend on forcing turnovers. And another thing, like Jacksonville's playoff game, guess what hurt them in the end? Trevor Lawrence threw the bad pick at the end of the game to cost them the game. And it's like, that's Trevor Lawrence too. So you can't do that in those spots either.
Yeah, and I think the Broncos are plus 900. I mean, they are the, 6th pick in the AFC. Broncos are plus 900. Their defense is the best in the game.
So they're going to lose.
They were at I know you guys disagreed with me, but if Bo Nix plays in that AFC Championship, Denver is in the Super Bowl. And they had home field advantage in the AFC Championship game, and they lose that game by a small margin to the Patriots in horrible conditions. But I think if he plays, to me, they were one injury away from being in the Super Bowl. And why couldn't they return with that defense being the main thing?
So they could lose. They're going to lose John Franklin Myers, defensive tackle, starting defensive tackle. They're going to lose him to free agency. Dre Greenlaw could be gone. So they're going to have some things to replace. Although Greenlaw didn't play. He played sparingly all year. He was hurt all season on and off the field. So they'll have some things to replace on that defensive end. And I hear you on wanting to take them. I guess part of it for me is I don't know if I trust Bo Nix at all. New England's interesting. They're waiving Stephon Diggs. They're releasing Stephon Diggs. So where do they get better in the receiver department? And they got to get better on the offensive line, too, because we saw the Super Bowl. It was, oh, my gosh, they're just teeing off on Drake May.
Yeah.
So.
All right, let's look at the NFC. The NFC, the Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks are at the top at plus 400, but right behind them are the Los Angeles Rams at plus 410. Followed by the Packers, the Eagles, the Lions, the 49ers, Bears, Cowboys, Bucks, Commanders, Falcons, Vikings, and the Giants at the bottom.
The Bears seems like a really tempting one to take right here. Like 15-1 for the Bears? They made the second round, lost to the Rams in a great football game. It was a great game. You would think Chicago is going to be even better this year if they can get a little bit better on the defensive side. Caleb Williams has got to get more accurate, though. There's too many times he's inaccurate. And if he gets his accuracy, tweaks his accuracy, gets a little bit better, a little more accurate, like, holy crap. The Bears, I could see the Bears.
Plus 1,500 for the Bears.
Yeah, they just traded DJ Moore.
For a second-round pick.
Incredible. And they'll and DJ Moore was one who on that with that interception that Caleb threw where he cut off his route or stopped his route earlier, underran his route, something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was. So, yeah.
Who do you like in the NFC?
I'll roll with the Eagles. I mean, I know it, but they still got the talent. They still got offensive weapons. It's clear that running backs like Saquon and Christian McCaffrey, they're on the downswing, but their prime was up so high that even coming down, they're still going to be great players for this season. I think as long as you've got a weapon like that coming out of the backfield, I think that defense is still really, really good. And Jalen Hurts seems to be able to, he makes the right decisions. Would you like for him to be a bit more explosive? Would you like for him to be a bit more dynamic? Sure, absolutely. But I think he's good enough for you to be able to go out there and win enough games to get to a Super Bowl. So I would go with them. I'd also go with your 49ers as well, Rosa.
That's interesting.
In that situation. You're telling me that the 49ers
You're higher on my team than I am.
They had this type of season that they had one game away from the one seed.
We didn't have Bosa and Warner, right?
And didn't have anybody.
Yeah.
Who did you have?
Right.
And for the entire season. So I have to believe that they get the generator thing moved from the practice facility, or they just moved the practice facility. They no longer have to deal with all these injuries. Everybody's healthy. And if everybody's healthy for the 49ers, look out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got to get the Trent Williams thing resolved. They've got to get. I knew this was going to happen with Trent Williams when it's like he's going into the last year of his contract and there's no guaranteed money left. I'm like, this is going to be a problem. Knew this was going to be a problem, and here it is. It's a problem, which I get. Trent Williams is old. He wants one last money deal. I get it. So they got to figure that out. And Trent Williams was still second team All-Pro last year. So even at like 37, 38 years old, he's still like one of the best left tackles.
Old?
Yeah, Trent Williams is old. He's still one of the best left tackles in the entire league. He is 37 years old. He'll be 38 in July.
Wow.
37. He'll be 38 in July. Yeah. Made second team All-Pro. It's crazy that he's only been a 5-time All-Pro, and he's been in the league since 2010. It feels like but he's a 12-time Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
So, but they got to get that worked out and then figure everything else out. McCaffrey is not going to be what he was last year. He got too many touches. You saw Saquon this past year after he had the 430 combined touches this season before. It's just McCaffrey had even more than that, so he's going to step down. They've got to find somebody else. I've heard Tyler Algier mentioned in free agency. They love to draft running backs too. We drafted a kid from Oregon last year, so we'll see. Bosa and Warner back should help the defense. and Raheem Morris now your defensive coordinator.
Yeah. All right, let's get some fish nuggets. What do you say?
Nugs.
All right, we got some nuggets. We're starting with some NBA nuggets. SGA had his 59th straight road game with 20-plus points against the Mavericks on Sunday. 59 straight road games. That passes Wilt Chamberlain for the longest streak in NBA history. And he's just a few away from passing Wilt overall for 20-point games in a row. Jamal Murray is 15-1 when scoring 40-plus points, including the postseason. That's tied with Glenn Rice for the second-best record in 40-point games in NBA history, only behind Klay Thompson, who's 19-0, a minimum of 10 games regular in postseason. Cameron Boozer recorded his 24th consecutive game with 15-plus points, 5-plus rebounds. That ties Zach Edey for the longest streak by a Division I player in the past 15 seasons.
That would be the thing if the Grizzlies got in a position to draft Cameron Boozer. You draft Cameron Boozer, hopefully Zach Edey is okay coming into next season, and you just say, we are going to out-rebound everybody. Even if we miss a shot, we're getting the rebound.
You got a front line of Coward, Boozer, and Edey.
And if you miss a shot, we're getting the rebound. If we miss a shot, we're getting the rebound. And you're just going to do,
Yeah. A lot different than what's going on with the Grizzlies right now.
Yeah, we brought 3 point guards off the bench last night.
That's right. Speaking of Boozer, Cameron Boozer became the first Division I freshman over the last 30 seasons to record these numbers before the conference tournament. 650 points, 300 rebounds, and 100 assists before the ACC tourney.
Wow.
John Shire improved to 117-24 at Duke after beating NC State. His 117 wins ties Butler's Brad Stevens for the most by a Division I coach in their first 4 years.
How tall is Boozer? 6'9". I mean, if he was 6'11", we're talking about Tim Duncan. Like if he's 6'11", 7 feet tall, we're literally talking about this guy's Tim Duncan with how skilled he is.
Yeah.
So,
bring it on. All right, this is my favorite nugget of the week, by the way. There are only 22 high major scholarship players who will celebrate senior night this week, having played at just one place. Mississippi State's Sean Jones Jr. is the only SEC senior to finish where he started. 22. Wow.
Shout out to the transfer portal. It's open.
No kidding. Over the last 8 games, Michaela Blakes of Vanderbilt has averaged 33 points on 51% shooting from the field. Other Division I players in the last 10 years to average 33 points and 50% shooting over an 8-game span are Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Plum. Fan of the Grizzlies. Kelsey Plum.
Bucket getter. Leads the nation in scoring points per game. But Michaela's going to carry Vanderbilt through the SEC tournament and through March Madness. I love that Vanderbilt Commodores team because of what she's able to do.
And Kelsey Plum last night, a 40 spot.
Oh, and the Unrivaled?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kelsey sent that angry letter in. She's motivated to play now.
Yeah, how about that? Audie Crooks, one of my favorites. She dropped 41 points against Kansas State. This is Crook's 5th career 40-point game, tying Brittany Griner for the most in Big 12 history.
There's nothing you can do. She's so big.
Nothing you can do.
You were talking, Rosa, about the Grizzlies if they got Cam Boozer about, hey, we're going to get our rebounds and your rebounds.
Yeah.
Crooks is doing that. What she's able to do, Crooks and Betts, both of them. Like, if the ball comes off of the backboard, I just assume one of them, if they're on the court, is going to get the rebound. It's incredible.
Yeah. Undefeated seasons in women's college basketball since 1999-2000. UConn, 9. All other programs, 9. All right, a baseball nugget for you. The Pittsburgh Pirates over has moved from 72.5 to 78.5 wins. It's the most bet MLB season win total by total wagers and money at BetMGM Sportsbooks. Pirates over this year. Went from 72.5 to 78.5.
Are you on the over? Right now.
Yes.
You're on over the 78.5 or 72?
Oh, I'll go over the 78.5.
Okay.
You think the Pirates are a good team?
I do. And they got a rookie coming in, Connor Griffin, who's just a teenager. Who's
Didn't they add like a
amazing,
second
hitting bombs.
baseman? They signed a second baseman or something. I heard something about that.
Who did they sign? They signed Marcelo Zuna. I know that.
I can't remember.
They signed somebody. I can't remember. But then they got a couple of great pitchers, starting with Skeens.
Obviously, yeah. Skeens is a beast.
Yeah. All right, and University of Tennessee football alcohol sales have almost tripled at Neyland Stadium in 7 years. UT generated $4.3 million in alcohol sales during the 2025 season, averaging $614,966 per game across 7 home games. Congratulations.
Good old Rocky Top.
Congrats, Falls.
Yep.
You like to drink.
That's right. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have our top 5. We'll look at the weekend of college basketball and free picks to close out the show. This is The Odds Couple on Grind City Media.
The USA men's hockey team won a gold medal for the first time in 46 years. Jack Hughes loses 2 teeth, wins the gold medal. I think it's a good trade-off.
You feel bad for Canada. Like you said, they should have won. They should have won 9 times out of 10.
I don't feel bad for Canada.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all-new tour.
Jeff Dunham. You're the other white meat.
How can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other? Well, you're half of it.
I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at jeffdunham.com.
Now that's the new edition way.
I feel like there's another level we can take it to. What you think, Mike?
2 steps ahead of you, Slick.
What's good, bro?
What you doing, man?
I'm in.
Woman, you don't even know what I'm getting ready to ask you.
Here's the vision. All 3 of us on the same stage every night.
Gonna be crazy.
No barriers, no separation. It'll be like 9 kings and a queen.
The next level starts now.
Tiger, I guess, probably delivered or created the biggest headline from the weekend by leaving open the possibility that he will play at the Masters.
I don't think it's very likely, but anything with Tiger seemingly throughout his career, even in the late stages coming up injuries, has been possible. I mean, it will take a Herculean effort, I would believe, Gary, for him to be able to make it. But I think, I'll say this, if it is all physically possible, I think he will do it.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Welcome back to The Odds Couple on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Here's Rob Fisher and Lang Whitaker.
Welcome back, everybody, to The Odds Couple, Thursday edition of the large program. Don't forget, we'll be back on Monday as well to recap the weekend. And Monday will be a big Monday because we will have the conference tournaments all ready to go in college basketball. So we'll look at all of the brackets coming up on Monday.
I think some of them are happening now, aren't they?
Some of them are happening now, yeah.
I saw this little fun factoid about the conference tournaments. Since 2023, 51 of the 63 conference tournaments were won by either the 1 seed or the 2 seed.
51 of 63?
51 of 63. That's about 81% of the time. If you pick the 1 or the 2 seed to win the conference tournament, whichever conference tournament it is, you stand a pretty good chance of making a little bit of money.
All right, good little nugget there. We'll look at the brackets coming up on Monday. Right now, it's time for our top 5 this week, and in honor of the World Baseball Classic, our top 5 this week are the top 5 stars in Major League Baseball. Top 5 stars in Major League Baseball. I will start because my list is the correct one. The top 3 are pretty simple: Ohtani, Judge, and Skeens. I don't think it's close.
No, it's not.
Ohtani, Judge, and Skeens being 1, 2, and 3.
The 1, 2, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say Skeens, yeah.
And then 4, I went Juan Soto. I'm not a huge Juan Soto fan, but I mean he's a superstar player, and he's a face of the league too. I mean he's adored by so many people. Saw him hit a home run in an exhibition game the other night, and the stadium just went absolutely bonkers. He's a big star in this league. So I put him 4. And then 5 was tough, but I went with Tarek Skubal, pitcher for the Detroit Tigers, at number 5. He's pretty sensational. He's the best pitcher in the American League by far, and has been now for a few years. So I'll go with Skubal at number 5. There's my 5. Roser?
All right, I'm going to go with Ohtani, Judge, and Skeens. And then I see some of y'all's other, and I think y'all have some good picks here. I think Soto's great. I see Skubal, back-to-back Cy Young. I see your number 5. I think that's a great pick too, CJ. I see Langs, and I like one of his at number 4. The other ones, I think he's just trying to be, hey, look how many baseball players I know. The rest, I'm like, who the hell are these people? But I went with Acuna 4th, even though I know he's missed a lot of time with
injury. I think that's why I didn't put him on the list.
But but the fact that I am someone who does not care about baseball and do not really watch baseball until the playoffs. I know Ronald Acuna. Yeah. I know who he is. And then the other one is Mookie Betts.
I almost had Mookie on.
I know Mookie Betts. I feel like he's still a big name.
Yeah, he was close to be making my list. CJ.
All right, I went with Ohtani, Skeens. I have Acuna 3rd. I know he missed all of basically last season, but when he plays, he's a dude who
he's electric.
His fielding, his hitting, and the way he runs the bases as well. He has true pop off the screen star power. Also, he's just a cool kid out there running around. All the kids want the jerseys, want to be like him. I went with him 3rd. Aaron Judge 4th, and I went with the dump dog, big dumper. Leader in home runs last season. Did he get AL MVP?
No, Judge
got it. Okay, should have been AL MVP if I had my say about it. The big dumper would have won it. But shout out Cal Raleigh there.
Lang's list is just it's garbage. He has Ronald Acuna 1 because he's a Braves fan.
Right.
Although I'll at least let that slide. He's got Shohei Ohtani 2. Good. Jacob Mizorowski, number 3 from the Milwaukee Brewers, who is a great young pitcher, made the All-Star game last year after hardly pitching any games in the big leagues. They put him on the All-Star team.
Yeah.
But he's not a star yet.
Nobody knows who he is.
I do like Ellie De La Cruz.
I like Ellie too. Because I know him.
Yeah. He's great. And then 5, he has Mason Miller, pitcher for the San Diego Padres.
Does Tatis still play for the Padres?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the most famous guy on the Padres team.
Yes.
Is Fernando Tatis.
And Manny Machado.
Yes, I know him too. Oh, my gosh.
Come on, Lang.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We got college basketball action tonight. The Memphis Tigers are home against South Florida tonight, and for the Tigers' sake, it's not good. They're an underdog tonight. 6.5-point dog against South Florida tonight with the total at 160.5. Are these games important for Penny's future, or does it even matter at this point?
Well, some people seem to think so. And you saw the story, a $1.2 million deficit the basketball program is operating at, and it made it seem like the men's basketball program is the only one that is operating at a budget deficit, that they are either break even or making money off other sports.
Yeah.
So relative to what your budget is and the money you're bringing in, I would say, it seems like it matters. And
It's one thing to miss the big dance, the big tournament, the NCAA men's basketball tournament. It'll be something else entirely for them to miss the American tournament.
Yeah.
Right. If this is the tournament that they miss, that's shameful. That's disgraceful. And if they lose here, they could find themselves in some weird tiebreaker scenarios where they would miss out on the tournament. They don't have the tiebreaker over East Carolina. So if East Carolina and Memphis ties, I think that goes to East Carolina. If Memphis loses this one, they need East Carolina to lose, or they need I can't remember who to win to force a 3-way tie. And then from there, I don't know, because I don't pay attention to what's going on. 10th place in the American, right? Yeah. So, but to your question, I don't think it matters whether he wins or loses. This is just a pride thing. I think the administration knows what they want to do going forward, as is evident by their decision to move on from women's basketball coach Alex Simmons. They just announced that while we were on air, so they know what they want to do.
Yeah, and to me, the Pride thing, they've had plenty of opportunities to play for Pride this year and just haven't shown it. And I don't expect them to show it either tonight. I'll be riding with USF tonight, minus the 6.5 here in Memphis. A couple of top 25 games tonight as well, including Michigan. Number 3, Michigan Wolverines are taking on Iowa tonight. Michigan comes into that one as an 8.5-point favorite over Iowa. And then you have Michigan State, a 19.5-point favorite over Rutgers tonight. I like like Michigan minus the 8.5 tonight against Iowa. Friday night, top 25 action. A couple of top 25 games. Miami of Ohio still waiting to see if they're going to lose and miss the NCAA tournament. That's crazy. Undefeated still, but haven't played anybody.
They got a quad. They got two quad 2 wins.
Is it 2? I thought it was 1.
Is it still just Akron? Have they not played Akron again? I'm assuming they've played Akron twice.
Akron's favored to win the conference tournament.
Well, hey, play somebody, man.
Miami of Ohio, 5.5-point favorite against Ohio tomorrow night. St. John's taking on Seton Hall, 18 St. John's. And then on Saturday, a couple of ranked matchups and some big games in the SEC as well as we get into the final weekend of the college basketball season. You have Arkansas, number 20. Arkansas taking on Missouri on the road. Number 24, Vanderbilt taking on number 23, Tennessee. Big game for both of those teams. Florida, the number 5 team in the country, they go to Kentucky to take on the Wildcats. And then you have number 17, North Carolina against number 1, Duke, one of Duke's 2 losses this season coming to North Carolina. That'll be the finale of the regular season, Duke hosting the Tar Heels on Saturday. That one will be fun.
Oh, yeah. Duke Carolina's always great. See if Caleb Wilson plays.
Yeah, absolutely, with his broken hand.
No way Caleb Wilson plays. I'm standing on it.
Well,
and then watch him go out there and
Jason
play.
Tatum's going to play.
Yeah, I know it. This is ridiculous. What type of world are we living in, Rob?
All right, free picks. I got some free picks for you. I'm rocking with Temple tonight, minus 4.5 against Tulane tonight, and I said Michigan and USF. My flag the game because I'm putting money on it. Kennesaw State minus 2.5 at UTEP tonight. So watch out for that one. And one game on the ice, we're going with the Tampa Bay Lightning in 60 minutes. 3-way money line pick. Tampa Bay 60-minute win at Winnipeg tonight. So go Lightning over the Winnipeg Jets. So there's your free hockey pick for tonight as well. All right, that's going to do it for us here today on The Odds Couple. Again, we'll be back on a Monday at 2 o'clock as we will look at the brackets coming up for the conference tournaments in college basketball and a whole bunch more coming your way as well. The WBC will be continuing over the weekend. Get our first look at Team USA tomorrow night and Saturday night as well. So we'll discuss all of that coming up on Monday. For Roser, for CJ, I'm Fish. Thanks for joining us today here on The Odds Couple. We'll talk to you Monday at 2 right here on Grind City Media.